Hey there. So today, we're gonna listen to some Silent Planet, man. Silent Planet has been like a huge inspiration for me for as long as I can remember, ever since they've become a band. So I'm super hyped that they're coming out with a new album. And so instead of doing one giant hour-long video of me reacting to the album, I thought, hey, why don't I just do a big series of videos of me reacting to the songs? So, the first one is gonna be The New Eternity. So, I've got the lyrics on my phone right here, and I've got this in the background so you can check these sick visuals out, because they're freaking dope, man. Alright, I'm gonna have to pause it right there. Jeebers! The first thing I notice right off the bat is that Garrett's freaking vocals are so much better sounding. Gotta clamp. My freaking glasses are fogging up, dude. Garrett's vocals are just like punching me in the face. As our motto on this channel is going to be, punch me in the face, yeah. Man, his vocals are good. But Thomas's vocals, Thomas is a great singer. His vocals sound way better too. Not only that, it seems like they're going for more space. Oh, it's just mean sounding. Oh, it sounds awesome. We're gonna talk about these lyrics once I'm done. Darkness didn't die, we brought it home.
All things will be made.
Damn. If this is what I'm expecting for this entire album, I'm super hyped. Dude, I'm gonna be jamming to this song like crazy. Lyrically, this is sort of why I want to break these reactions into a bunch of different videos, because lyrically, these songs are so deep and dense, I couldn't possibly try and sum up my points in one big video and try and make it short enough so people actually watch it and don't get annoyed. Okay, I'm not sure what the name is implying. Maybe I'll find out here in a second. But he starts off with, "Mother, tell me, why do the waters make us sick? Who bleeds the heavens, making the clowns..." The clowns? The clouds. Clouds. Who bleeds the heavens, making the clouds rain pestilence? Dropping fever like manna from the morning sky. Gather your children and hold them as they die. Dang, that's crazy. Silent Planet has really turned me on to this idea that they've talked about in a lot of their music. Thinking about God as a mother instead of a father. which really it's all subjective to how we think about God. Because God is not a man or a woman. We often talk of God as like a father, as a metaphor, because like a father, he, disciplines us, nurtures us, whatever. But in the same way, you could think of God as a mother, because God has this gracious and like loving part of him that is just like, that only comes from a mother, if that makes sense. I think too often when we think of God as a father, we think of him more as like this authoritative, like God who just like beats us in the face whenever we do something wrong. Quite frankly, that's not the case. If we see from the New Testament how God treats his own mother, God being Jesus, of course, and how he treats other women, it's pretty apparent to see that God has this nurturing and like heartwarming part of him. That alone is something that I really find interesting, I think, and I think it's pretty deep. When he talks about the waters making us sick, it sounds like maybe he's talking about pollution. I'm not exactly sure, but pollution isn't something I know much about, but I do think it's a real issue. It's not something I'm exactly educated on, and I think people make too big of a deal out of it, maybe. But I think preserving God's creation is very important, and I don't think that's something to be taken lightly. However, people that lose their minds over a straw laying on the beach, it's just kind of ridiculous. I mean, straws take up less than 1% of the pollution on the earth. Pretty sure it's less than 1%. I might be wrong about that. Not sure. Silent vectors injected with the curse of man. Bodies dissected, heartbeats redirected. The past was dead. Why did we resurrect it? Like I've said, this stuff is so deep. Like, I don't even know what to say about that. Although I'm sure when I watch the lyric analysis videos that Garrett has released, I'll know exactly what he was trying to say here. Strange fruit grows on the vine of humankind. Beneath a bright synthetic sky, I saw the future die. When they say that strange fruit is growing on the vine of humankind, maybe they're referencing like Adam and Eve. It's so funny that I'm trying to dissect this because there's footnotes in all of the lyrics usually because they're so deep. There's footnotes. I'm not looking at the footnotes. I want to make a statement just off of the art itself. I don't really want to read the notes quite yet, although I do after this. A web of wires in our mind weaves an empire down our spine. I fear we've sealed our fate. There's no escape. The new eternity. Strange fruit grows on the vine of humankind. I think what he's talking about there is we've come so accustomed to all of these things that we do in maybe America or wherever you live, and we don't really think about what it means, what the purpose of it is in our lives. Like something that comes right off the top of my head, voting and presidential shit. Quite honestly, it seems like this country is so divided because we voted for this person or we voted for that person. Don't get me wrong, I think Trump's a freaking idiot, but I can't say that he's any less or any better than any other president that we've ever had. Some people are probably going to hate me for that. But to be quite honest, I feel like these political leaders don't want to help us. They just want our money and our vote. And they want power. And we seem to give them the power because of this idea that we uphold, that we have to have this one person up on this pedestal. Like, they're a fallible human that is going to mess up. So I can't put all my trust in Donald Trump. I also can't put all my trust in Hillary Clinton or Obama or the Bushes or any other freaking president we've ever had. Dude, I don't give a crap who you are. Truth is, all you want is me to look at you like you're better than me. When he says germinating extinction, I'm not sure what he's trying to say. Is he saying that like we're all germs? People are all germs? Or does this have something to do with like war or like the Nazis, like Germans? I'm not sure what he's trying to say there. The people unite when you dose them with fear, relinquish their will, let their objections disappear. Crowds galvanized by vapid words and septic slurs, utterly transfixed by the fiction of the greater good. I think maybe he is talking about war. I know Silent Planet talks about a lot of history in their songs. And when he says the people unite when you dose them with fear, it sounds like a dictatorship to me. Relinquish their will and let their objections disappear. So basically, it doesn't matter what you think. This kind of gets back into the idea that I was just talking about. These political leaders who don't really give a crap about us. Crowds galvanized by vapid words and septic slurs. Holy shizzle nip. It seems like Donald Trump can say one thing that's offensive and like everyone loses their freaking minds. I sound like that meme of the Joker. But honestly, like, I don't frankly give a crap what he says. I care more about what he does. Maybe he's done some things right, maybe he's done some things wrong, but to be quite honest, like, I feel like maybe I should just get to sit down with him and have a burger, drink some Dr. Pepper, and just talk about life with the dude, you know? And I can just be like, yo, dude, you should probably just delete your Twitter account and just, like, keep your mouth shut, because that's what gets you in trouble, bro. When he says utterly transfixed by the fiction of the greater good, I kind of hear the Make America Great Again in there. So perhaps this is what they're talking about. Cross the great divide and see light and dark collide in me. Shake the ground of secrecy, uproot the grim hegemony. Hermione. Uproot the... I don't know. Dude, these guys' vocabulary just like... I just hit the mic, my bad. Their vocabulary is just absolutely beautiful and just so melancholy the way they paint these pictures. Seeing light and dark collide in me. Wow. That's pretty crazy. I think I know what they're trying to say here because it seems like they're talking about America. I'm not exactly sure. From my perspective, I don't understand why evangelicals and the church can possibly defend Trump anymore. But at the same time, like, I don't know how to say it really. Whatever he's done, whether it be good or bad, I don't want to make an opinion or say something that I'm going to regret. Because he's smart. Trump is a smart man. He's a businessman. He knows how to handle money. Now, at the same time, there are things that he is doing that are utterly despicable. But I don't necessarily know if it's just him that is doing them. I think Trump is an easy person to blame for everything. The system itself is broken. It really is. And I think if we can fix the system, then it's going to make things a lot easier. And that sounds easier said than done because our political system, our social structure, finances, all of that shit, it's just so complex. So I don't know how we can possibly fix the system because it's way too freaking big. And so unfortunately, it kind of just feels like we're all screwed. I don't really find hope in politics or Donald Trump or any other political figure for that matter. I don't identify as a liberal or a conservative. I'm not going to identify as anything that I feel like isn't who I am. And I believe who I am is a follower of Jesus. I believe who I am is a follower of Jesus Christ. A musician, a drummer. You know, these are things that are who I am. It seems like in a lot of my life, I'm either too liberal for conservatives or I'm too conservative for liberals. That's because I'm a free thinker. I think the way that I think. I just want to be your friend, honestly. Like, that's all I freaking want. Like, I don't want to argue with you. I just want to have a conversation. I just want to start a conversation. I feel like there are certain things that I'm called to talk about, and I feel like there's other things that I'm not really called to talk about. With that being said, I don't think I'm going to have that strong of an argument or opinion on what Trump does that's bad or what he does that's good. So I think Silent Planet's music is seriously important and the art kind of speaks for itself. especially in an age where it seems like literally everything is just ran by politics and political ideas. Everything that I just said, I don't know what's true. I don't know what's not true. I don't really have a political opinion, to be honest. My opinion is just, I need Jesus, and everybody else needs Jesus. I think it's that simple. Big middle finger to politics and all of it, because quite frankly, I don't give a shit. What I do care about is what I believe and what I think is right. Just a heads up, I'm gonna be doing a reaction to every Silent Planet song on this album every day this week and probably into next week. So this will be a little series that hopefully some people can just binge, because everybody likes to binge. Yeah, stay tuned for the next video by subscribing. Please subscribe. Please. Please. Because, yeah, do it, bitch. That's so stupid.